Hi guys, it's Donna from Old Ways, and we're starting our series, Homesteading on a High Rise. So, you want to learn your skills, but you're unable to plant your own vegetables. Okay, I understand that. And please excuse my voice, because I don't know what's up. Allergy season's bad this year. So what we're going to do here is I went to the grocery store and I purchased some already cut carrots. Now you can get regular carrots from the grocery store. Peel and cut yourself. That's fine. But I decided that I would, for convenience sake, buy the ones that were already the baby carrots. You can even buy the sliced carrots at the grocery store if you like. I need to take some extra water out of this because there is a maximum line for water in a pressure canner. And vegetables, unless you are doing that, pickling them, where they have high acid, you're going to have to pressure can. So what we're going to do is fill the carrots into the jars and kind of loosely pack them, because the last thing that you want is for the jar to be too full, and because it's going to go under pressure, and we really don't want to have the jar explode in the pressure canner. I'm putting the hot water in there. And now I'm going to debubble. And that's the other reason that we're doing this, is because we want to make sure that we get all the air pockets out of this jar. I probably should have put this one back in there. We're going to leave about a 1/2 inch headspace. I'm taking my trusty magnetic wand, going in for the lids, making sure it's centered over the jar, putting the ring on finger tight. This jar is hot, so be very careful when touching it. I'm going to have to take more water out, because there is also a max line of how much water you can have in the pressure canner. Now here's a good example of something to look out for. This carrot still has a stem on it, so we're just simply going to cut it off and then throw it in. Here's another one. Occasionally it happens, but just take care of it and move on. Okay, let's see. That looks like that might be a little too much. Okay. Now we're going to add water. And I always put a lot of towels down, because I don't care how careful I am. I'm going to spill water and make a mess. But this water was boiling, because I wanted to, because that's what you're supposed to do. Add hot water. Oh, that has a little bit too much water in it. So this would be a good time to show you. Use a non-metallic spoon and get out the excess water. Is that about a 1/2 inch?
I think so.
That is. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, make sure to wipe the rim to make sure nothing is on the rim. Okay. Put the ring on. Remembering those are hot because I am trying to forget that. Take out more water. You can always add water if you need to, but I don't think after I take this out we're going to need to. I think this is going to be just right. Okay, and repeat the process. Remember, just because you can't can your own vegetables doesn't mean that you can't can.
Can't grow your own vegetables?
Just because you can't grow your own vegetables and can them doesn't mean that you can't go ahead and can. Especially in the summer when produce goes on sale. It really is satisfying to do this. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I'm putting the ring on the last jar and putting it in here. Now follow the instructions for your own canner because each canner is different. But right now we're going to take the lid, and we're going to put it on here. And Steve?
Now you put the canner lid on, you close it up and seal it. And on this canner in particular, and
this is the Presto 23 quart?
I believe so. It's a Presto canner. You see the stem on the top where the pressure weight sits. At this point, you put the pot on to boil with the lid on, and you wait until that starts to vent a steady stream of steam. Once it starts to vent continuously, not spits and spurts, but a continuous stream, you set a 10-minute timer.
Okay, and we'll be back to show you what the steady stream looks like. Okay, so this is a steady steam, and now I'm going to reach around here carefully, set the timer for 10 minutes, let it vent, and then I'll come back and put the weights on.
All right, everybody, it's been 10 minutes. As you can see, it's venting even more solidly. Now we put our weight on, set for 10 pounds in the case for carrots. We set the timer for, well, we wait till it starts rocking. I'm going to get a hiss and a rocking back and forth, and I'll show you what that is in just a few minutes. Okay, there's your weight rocking. See it tipping back and forth and letting off steam. So now once it starts doing that, you set your time, in this case 30 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer and we'll be back when it's done.
Okay, so 30 minutes is up. I am back. Turn the heat off. Now we're going to let this set until this little doohickey right there drops. Because if you open this up now, it's under pressure, and that's dangerous. Turn the timer off. We're going to let it stop rocking. One thing that you absolutely do not ever do, you do not ever put water on top of it to cool it down faster. Explain why.
Well, the contents are under pressure. The contents of the jars are 240 degrees and they're boiling with the same pressure as is in there. If you cool it too rapidly, the outside will cool, they'll still be hotter on the inside, and they will boil off all of the contents. It will it'll blow the lid. It will wreck the lid. It may well crack the jar, and it will definitely extrude all of the juices and liquids in the jar into the pressure canner, and you'll make a heck of a mess and you have to throw it all out.
So when this little doohickey right here, the pressure valve, I just remember what it's called.
Pressure lock.
Pressure lock, okay? When this drops, and it'll take, what, about 20, 30 minutes?
Yes.
When that drops, it'll be safe to open, and we'll be back. Okay, so the valve has dropped. And it's safe to open. Now for the fun part. I hope I have enough room here. We're going to take the jars out so they can cool. Remember I told you the jars were hot? Putting them in. These will give you burns. Bad burns. You don't want to... that bubbled over. You don't want to pick these up, touch these at all. Let them cool for 12. Yeah, see, you can still see them bubbling inside. For 12 to 24 hours. Then when they're done cooling, you check the seals. If the seal is good, tight, then go ahead and wipe off the jar. And then I write on them in a black, with a black Sharpie, what they are, and the month and year that I canned it. So, when these are cool, well, actually, what I'll do is I'll show you another one. Hold on right there. Don't go anywhere. These are some that I did earlier. Now, they're cool. The seal's good. I have the date written on them. I washed the jar. Now, I don't have a ring on there. There's a controversy over whether you should leave the ring on or take the ring off. We live in a hurricane-prone area. If we have a tropical storm or a hurricane, we have had jars where the seals broke. If the ring is on there, it'll hold the lid in place and I won't know it's bad. I occasionally go around and check to make sure that the seal is still good. So I personally take the rings off. Be back tomorrow canning frozen vegetables. So as always, have a safe and blessed day and share your knowledge.